I will accept it now if that is your decision.
Frank slides the resignation across the table to Officer Lester.
If not, I will ask you to stand by me and stand up for your department. Or duck the rotten tomatoes with me, which may well be the case.
He looks to Officer Lester with a smile. Lester looks around the table to Garrett and Gormley, and then lastly to Baker. He looks down at the table. He meets Frank's gaze.
Let's do this. Thank you, officer.
They all stand. Baker holds the door as they all leave the room.
Uniquely lethal plan for identity theft. Death by Desert. 48 Hours, Saturday on CBS.
Dinner! What?
Tween milestones like this may start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too. For most people, HPV clears on its own, but for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life. Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Starting at age 9, talk to your child's doctor about HPV vaccination.
Looking for a smarter way to mop? Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. Our new cleaning pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips that absorb and lock dirt away. And it has a 360-degree swivel head that goes places a regular mop just can't. So you can clean your home faster than ever. Don't mop harder, mop smarter with the new Swiffer Power Mop.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
The syndicate is real, and they know who we are. They're coming after us with everything they've got.
Oh my God! CBS presents Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Monday on CBS.
Who has what it takes to become America's best? This is the Challenge USA.
Check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, AmeriGuards it.
Brian Dorman and Catherine Herr, award-winning investigative journalists, with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace, the Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News Team. This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11.
New and first at 11, Fresno's annual Pride Parade will be held in the Tower District tomorrow. The parade begins at 10 in the morning, and today, businesses were awfully busy getting ready for the big event, with 10,000 people expected to attend. CBS 47's Juanita Adame talked with the organizers about what we can expect.
The parade is just one of the events happening tomorrow. Organizers tell us there will be a Rainbow Pride Festival at Fresno City College that will begin at 11 o'clock. Organizers also say this event keeps getting bigger every single year. From one side of Tower District
and everybody's getting ready for the big day, which is tomorrow,
to the other.
Tonight there are some parties in the Tower District.
Preparations were underway Friday afternoon for Fresno's annual Pride Parade.
There'll be 10,000 people that are celebrating just being who they are and living their life out and proud in the city of Fresno.
Local activist Robin McGehee said the LGBTQ community is an important part of Fresno.
And right now, we live in a society where we see a lot of hate crimes beginning to happen again towards the LGBTQ community.
They want to continue to celebrate their identity and their contributions to the city.
I've been coming down here since 2019.
Do you like it down here?
I love it down here.
Entertainer Edgar Glover was in Tower today as well. He plans to attend the parade tomorrow.
I've been down here entertaining, and that's what I do.
He said it's one of the many things he loves about living here.
We have to come out. We've got to be a part of the community. We have to carry that message that Mayor Dyer talks about, which is One Fresno.
Organizers also say next Friday at 10 a.m. there will be a pride flag raising ceremony at Fresno City Hall. Reporting in Fresno, Juanita Adame, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
A warmer end to the week with temperatures climbing through the 80s today, closer to average. But we are really going to feel hotter temperatures this weekend, and we will return to the 90s. Let's give you a look outside with our Valley Cam network. We saw a lot of sunshine today. Skies are clear as we head into tonight, and we are still going to be seeing a lot of sunshine right through the weekend. High temperature today, 87 in Fresno. That is spot on with average for this time of the year. Lemoore, you did hit 90 degrees, upper 80s in Hanford, and 88 today for those of you in Madera. Here's a look at your forecast tomorrow. We'll start out in the low 60s at noon up to 81. We'll spend the afternoon in the upper 80s, warming to the low 90s in the afternoon hours. I'll let you know how long 90s will stick around and your pinpoint weather forecast coming up. First, we'll send it back to Brian.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Well, new here at 11, Bitwise is given notice about unpaid rent and belief of abandonment for its buildings downtown Fresno. Notices appeared today taped to the front doors of the Bitwise building on Ventura Avenue and the Bitwise South Stadium building on Van Ness Avenue. The notice is from the landlord and says, notice of belief of abandonment. Part of that public notice says, quote, the rent in this property has been due and unpaid for over 62 consecutive days, and the landlord believes that you have abandoned the property. That letter goes on to say that the lease will terminate on June 17th unless Bitwise gives written notice that it does not intend to abandon the property. Bitwise furloughed, as you know, 900 of its workers Monday night, and 300 of them are in Fresno. A legal team representing more than 100 employees locally is planning to file a class action lawsuit against the company. CBS 47's Ben Morris talked with one of the attorneys.
To me, it's very clear that the folks in power at Bitwise knew that they were going to collapse and that collapse was imminent. And the part that makes me mad is that they took the most vulnerable, their employees, and they put them on the chopping block and left them to suffer.
Roger Ben-Akhdar and his team are representing over 100 furloughed Bitwise employees, many of which are claiming their last paychecks bounced and that Bitwise took 401k contributions from their pay without depositing those dollars into their accounts.
They knew it would buy them time. That's why they did it. They didn't care about what the consequences were. They didn't care about who got hurt. They didn't care about putting people in the hole in addition to not getting what they're entitled to. They did it out of self-interest.
Now Ben-Akhdar and his team will be alleging a violation of the WARN Act, which mandates that employees in California be given ample warning if layoffs are imminent, and saying they'll try to get back some of the missing money.
It's not okay to steal from your employees. It's not okay to trample the community that gave you a shot, and that's what Bitwise did here.
Ben-Akhdar's main concern, there may be no money left to recover for his clients.
That's one real concern that we have here, is that we don't know what will be the ultimate recovery for these families. But whatever it is, what's happened here is wrong.
Ben Morris, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
For continuing coverage of this story, of course, stay with Eyewitness News here on TV and online at yourcentralvalley.com. In other news here tonight, police identify the young man who died in a deadly rollover crash near Kingsburg. Investigators say drinking and driving may be to blame. The driver is identified as 20-year-old Robert Trejo of Fresno. The crash happened around 5 o'clock this morning. CHP says Trejo was driving down Highway 99 near Bethel when he suddenly veered right, crossed over several lanes onto the shoulder, crashing through a fence. The vehicle rolled several times into a field. We're told that Trejo was not wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from the vehicle and died on the scene. Also tonight, the Fresno County Coroner's Office has identified a man whose body was found in a canal last Friday. He is 58-year-old Melvin Chapman Knowlton of Fresno. He was found in a canal in the area of Weldon and Mayfair Drive. Sheriff's Office says that his death does not appear to be suspicious. We have continuing coverage of Wednesday's deadly stabbing that happened downtown Fresno near the Pavarello house. Surveillance video that is new today shows a group of people chasing down that man seconds after police say he stabbed and killed a person outside the Pavarello house. That stabbing happened around 12:30 in the afternoon. The group held down 45-year-old Daniel Salinas until police were able to get there. Detectives say that Salinas stabbed and killed 44-year-old Stephen Christian during an argument.
What we've learned during this investigation is that both Mr. Stephen Christian and Daniel Salinas are members of the unhoused community. They were at the Poverello house receiving services. At some point, there was a verbal argument that escalated to the point that Mr. Salinas produced a knife and mortally wounded Stephen Christian.
This stabbing marks the 13th homicide in Fresno this year. New at 11, June is National Gun Violence Awareness Month. The city of Fresno also recognizes Gun Violence Awareness Day. That's today. Over the next few days, you're encouraged to wear orange in support of gun violence prevention. We talked with Lisa Calls, who lost her son to gun violence in 2018. Her 17-year-old son, Nick, was gunned down in front of his home in Old Fig Garden by a man who was on a robbery spree.
And I'm not talking about the people that are responsible for responsible gun owners. I'm talking for those who are not responsible. That leads to kids being able to get into these guns, and they go out and do things with the guns, such as like what they did with my son. This person that shot my son used somebody else's gun.
You can show your support on social media. When you take a picture in orange, you're asked to share that picture by using the hashtag #WearOrange and hashtag #OrangeFresno. Tonight, some Fresno City Council members are criticizing Mayor Jerry Dyer's proposed budget. Council members Luis Chavez, Nelson Esparza, and Miguel Arias say that they want to make sure that lower-income communities are not left out. They say disadvantaged areas have been neglected for a long time, for decades. They claim the budget doesn't prioritize much-needed projects in lower-income areas.
You can expect from the council is a series of motions to make sure that we bring those investments to South Fresno, to make sure that our budget reflects that our kids will actually be able to walk to school, that our families will be able to have access to housing, affordable housing, and making sure that our communities get that investment that they have not received in decades.
Chavez also says in some neighborhoods, roads haven't been paved since 1955, and those roads are falling apart. In Sacramento, today was the deadline for state bills to pass the chamber in which they were introduced to continue in the legislative process. Among the legislation meeting the deadline, a Senate bill that would increase the minimum wage to $25 an hour, specifically for many on-site workers at most healthcare facilities, including nurses, security guards, and janitors.
During the pandemic, we praised you. During the pandemic, we prayed for you because you took care of us. And now we're trying to show our appreciation. We know how difficult it has been, and we think it's time that we do more for you.
Other bills that passed their respective chambers include one that would allow marijuana shops to serve food and coffee, and another that could require some colleges to share their sports revenue with athletes. President Joe Biden celebrating the passage of bipartisan legislation that will avert a debt default. Natalie Brand has the very latest from the White House and the president's address to the nation.
Passing this budget agreement was critical. The stakes could not have been higher.
In an Oval Office address Friday night, President Biden hailed the newly passed budget and debt agreement that heads off an unprecedented default.
No one got everything they wanted, but the American people got what they needed. We averted an economic crisis, an economic collapse.
The bill, which was brokered by the president and Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, raises the nation's debt limit past the 2024 presidential election. It essentially freezes domestic spending for 2 years while hiking Pentagon spending by 3%. Not enough for some GOP senators worried about limits to defense spending.
The people who negotiated this, I wouldn't let them buy me a car.
While Republican negotiators tout spending cuts, President Biden points to protections for programs including Social Security, Medicare, and medical care for veterans.
Medicare is protected, and so are millions of people most in need.
The president says he will sign the bill on Saturday, just ahead of the Monday deadline when the Treasury Secretary says the U.S. will run short of cash to pay its bills. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
Still to come here on Eyewitness News at 11 on this Friday night, North Hollywood parents squaring off over an elementary school's planned Pride event. And it's being called the world's deadliest train disaster in 20 years. The death toll rises after 2 trains derail in India. But first, here are the winning numbers for tonight's Mega Millions drawing. It's worth $203 million. We'll see you back in about 60 seconds.
According to StopBullying.gov, about 20% of students ages 12 to 18 experience bullying nationwide.
I'm Pastor Joby Jones. We are concerned about the recent rise of bullying and harassment in our schools and communities.
All of our school children, teachers, and administrators deserve respect. Our children are our future leaders and need to be guided and protected.
If you are being bullied, contact the League of United African American Citizens or Stop the Violence Fresno.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. Fresno Convention Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Fresno Convention Center. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Hey everybody, tonight at The Late Show, I'm joined by Jennifer Gardner and a dozen adorable puppies. Her rider is very specific.
Tonight on CBS. The latest conditions live. The CBS 47 Valley Cam Network on Eyewitness News. CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11 with Catherine Hurd, Brian Dorman, and Pinpoint Weather with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace on CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
It is being called the world's deadliest train disaster in 20 years. At this hour, emergency crews in India are searching for survivors after nearly 230 people were killed today when two trains collided. 900 others were injured. Tonight, many are still trapped in the wreckage. Investigators say a passenger train derailed, sending some cars careening onto the opposite track. That's when they were struck by a freight train. A staggering collection of precious jewels hits the auction block despite demands by Jewish groups to call off the sale. The jewels belong to the widow of a Nazi party member.
The Sunrise Ruby, it's a 25-carat Burma ruby, estimated at $15 to $20 million. There is the Briolette of India, a 90-carat D color, the whitest Briolette drop that's estimated between $10 and $15 million.
The 700 pieces, they are from Austrian billionaire Heidi Horton, who died last year. Some of the stones have an imperfect past. Horton's husband built his business empire by taking advantage of desperate Jews fleeing Nazi Germany.
If Christie's wants to do the right thing, and they should, they need to halt the sale. Halt it now before it's complete.
Christie's is defending the sale, saying that all proceeds are going to charity. Jewish leaders are calling for the wealth to be returned to its rightful owners. In a historic move, Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky is moving its spring meet and canceling races in wake of horse deaths. Officials will examine safety measures after 12 horses died over the past month. The only changes at the track have been a new turf course and a new first-turn grandstand, which required heavy construction equipment, which might have compromised those surfaces. In news around the state, in Southern California, tensions flare outside of this elementary school in North Hollywood. Parents clashing over a scheduled Pride Month assembly. At one point, a fight even broke out. Tensions at the school have been rising since last month when a social media page was created to urge parents to keep their children home from school today. Parents were upset because kids were going to read a book that talked about LGBTQ families. The school district says the book was age appropriate.
There is one sentence in the book. It is many pages, but the one sentence says some families have two moms and some have two dads. LGBTQ families exist in our community, and I think that children are able to see that, and there's nothing wrong about acknowledging the diversity and the existence of LGBTQ families in our community.
We as parents have the right to be able to determine when and where the appropriate setting is for our children to learn about that. We're not against LGBTQ.
The district says families were able to opt out of the assembly today if they wanted to. Tonight, we're getting a look at some of the snowmelt conditions in Yosemite National Park. The Merced River in Yosemite Valley is still under a flood warning tonight. Park officials say the snowpack in the Tuolumne River Basin and the Merced River Basin were at 253% and 231% above average at the beginning of May. In the North Valley, Merced is getting ready for its 131st annual county fair. It starts next Wednesday and runs through Sunday. The fair will have live entertainment, carnival rides, and of course, everyone's favorite, that's fair food. Tickets start at $10 for adults. Kids under the age of 12 get in for free. The fair kicks off Wednesday at 5 p.m. And if you're hearing some noise tomorrow at Fresno's National Guard Base, don't be alarmed. We'll tell you all about an upcoming training exercise right after your Pinpoint weather forecast.
And I do have your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Your top pollens are going to be privet, olive, and juniper. Medium levels tomorrow, down to low medium Sunday, Monday, and down to low on Tuesday. I'll be talking about temperatures climbing into the 90s again in your Pinpoint weather forecast next.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
Hi, I'm Suki. Ask me about my Honda. Most important to me is the space. So my son plays 107 musical instruments from around the world and holds 2 world records. He is 16. His name is Neil. He gets to perform a lot of places and he has to carry a lot of instruments. I drive Honda HRV and I love it because of the space.
Looking for a versatile SUV that hits all the right notes? For a deal on a phenomenal SUV that'll bring music to your ears, see your Central Valley Honda dealer today.
It's the Summer Blowout Sales Event at the Best RV Center in Turlock. Voted #1 selling RV dealer in California, Best RV offers a huge selection of new and used RVs at the lowest prices with no hidden fees. From Class A, B, and C to travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. Best RV guarantees to make your travels unforgettable. Now through the end of June, take advantage of amazing discounts with Best RV's Summer Blowout Sales Event. For the best selection at the best prices on all current inventory, visit bestrv.com today.
Went out with my sister and we were walking and I fell in a hole. I was thinking it might be a sprain. The next day was even worse.
The insurance company refused to let Carmen get an MRI until she called us.
When I called Curtis Legal Group, they took my case when no one else would.
We got her everything and more.
They took my case, they handled it from A to Z. Curtis Legal Group was able to get me a lot more money than I was expecting.
We're the Curtis Legal Group. Helping you is what we do.
Call 1-800-LAW-3080.
Mike Osborne with OsborneHomes.com, and I want to buy your house. I'll make you an as-is cash offer on your house within 24 hours. Whether it's a total fixer-upper or in perfect condition, OsborneHomes.com is the easiest way to sell your house. When you sell your house to OsborneHomes.com, there's no fees, no commissions, no banks, and no repairs. Just go to OsborneHomes.com for a free, no obligation cash offer 24 hours a day. That's OsborneHomes.com.
Eyewitness News is brought to you in part by Motion Madness Electric Bikes. Now, your CBS 47 Pinpoint weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome back. I'm Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. This week, temperatures in general have been running below average, but today we were feeling a warming trend enough to get us back up to be closer to average. So here's a recap of this week. 84 degrees on Monday. Notice the average high in yellow. That day was 86. Tuesday, we dropped back to 80 degrees. Wednesday, 84. Yesterday, we topped out at 85 degrees, and then today, upper 80s for our high temperatures. Here's what you can expect as we head into the weekend. We're going to feel even hotter temperatures, and for many of you, that's going to mean 90s tomorrow. So your planner for Saturday, 7:30 tomorrow morning, 68 degrees. Just after 11 o'clock, we'll be at 81, and then late afternoon hours, I do expect to be in the low 90s. So again, warmer than average and certainly hotter than anything we have felt so far this week. We still have our flood warning in effect for the Merced River in Yosemite Valley. A lot of flooding in the valley. Make sure that you're keeping your distance from that river if you are planning on heading to the mountains this weekend. And in the lighter green, we have flood advisories. This is mainly for the eastern portions of the Sierra due to some snow melt. Let's take a look at our day. This is a look at the last 12 hours. We had sunshine around the valley today. We're clear as we head into tonight, and I do expect to see a lot of sunshine as we go throughout the day tomorrow, at least for the valley. Some changes, though, for the higher elevations. So let's talk about our forecast. We're starting out at 11 o'clock this evening. Tonight, we stay clear. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I I do expect to see, again, some sunshine in the valley tomorrow, but in the higher elevations, that's where we'll see that slight chance for a few isolated showers or storms, and that's in the afternoon hours. So if you're planning on heading to the mountains tomorrow, make sure that you get everything done during the morning hours before these start to fire up. So that's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Saturday night, we stay clear. Here's 7 o'clock on your Sunday, and then throughout the day on Sunday in the valley, I expect sunshine. But yet again, we will be tracking some of the afternoon showers and storms for the Sierra. Tonight, temperatures drop back to 62 degrees in Fresno. This is going to feel a little bit milder compared to the last several nights, but many of you are still going to fall to the 50s. 57 degrees in Visalia tonight. Lemoore 54, Madera 55, Los Banos same thing, Mariposa 54, and then Auberry, you'll only drop to 60 degrees tonight. High temperatures tomorrow, again, feeling hotter temperatures. 92 in Fresno. We have 91 on the way, Porterville. Hanford 92, Lemoore at 93, Merced 91, Los Banos. You'll make it to the upper 80s tomorrow. Auberry, we have 83 for you. Oakhurst, 86 in the afternoon hours. Heading to even higher elevations, 4,000 feet. You'll be in the mid-80s tomorrow. 6,000 feet, upper 60s, and that's when we're really going to see that slight chance for a shower or storm firing up in the afternoon hours. Air quality forecast tomorrow across the valley will all be in the moderate category. Here's a look at your extended forecast. 92 tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. On Sunday, we hit 95 degrees, and then we'll start to feel temperatures backing off a little bit, but it is still going to be quite hot on Monday, reaching 90. After that, temperatures really drop. Tuesday back to 84, a slight chance for a shower. That's a day to watch. Wednesday, 85, Thursday, 86, and then Friday will be in the upper 80s. In the Sierra tomorrow, we will see that slight chance for a shower or a thunderstorm. Sunday, same thing, temperatures in the 70s all weekend. Monday will drop back to the 60s. We will have a slight chance for a shower storm. That slight chance sticks with us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, plenty of sunshine in mid-60s. There's a look at your forecast. We'll send it back to Brian.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Well, new here at 11, if you hear some noise tomorrow at Fresno's National Guard Base, don't be alarmed. The 144th Fighter Wing will be conducting a military training exercise starting at 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock tomorrow night. The National Guard says you may hear increased aircraft noise, simulated explosions, and simulated gunfire. They say most of the activity will not be visible from McKinley Avenue or the surrounding area. Coming up next in sports, a former Bulldog is named the American League Player of the Month. The latest on what Aaron Judge did at the plate last month. That's coming up next in Sports Central.
If you want to walk away with more money at the end of your case, choose Jacoby & Myers at the start of your case. At Jacoby & Myers, we get our clients up to 10 times the original insurance offer. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
They fought for freedom. They fought for justice. They fought for you. Now it's time to fight for them. I'm Tulare County District Attorney Tim Moore. Every year, over 2 million seniors experience physical abuse, neglect, or financial exploitation. Our elders are vulnerable due to a variety of reasons, and it's important to recognize the signs. These crimes cannot be tolerated, and we must work together to end abusive cycles. Many cases of elder abuse go unreported, so please report. Our seniors deserve better.
No matter what's happening outside with the Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, it's always perfect inside. Not just perfect air, perfectly tuned to your home air, and operates whisper quiet. The Lennox Ultimate Comfort System. Perfect air, fully realized. Don't you wish everything was perfect? Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Donald P. Dick Air Conditioning today.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us for Eyewitness News Investigates.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
At United Health Centers, we've opened new locations to better serve our Kings, Tulare, and Fresno County communities. Call or stop by a beautiful new center near you.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
grab the keys to a new Toyota. Let's go! Go all in on full throttle fun. Gear up for an epic adventure in a powerful Toyota truck or SUV. Your summer, your rules. Get low 3.99% APR on the legendary Tacoma or lease a Tacoma TRD off-road double cab for as low as $369 a month.
Grab the keys, let's go!
Toyota, let's go places.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
All smiles for Aaron Judge, who has been named the American League Player of the Month for May. The former Fresno State Diamond Dog hit 12 homers in May, and he didn't even play at the beginning of the month. Judge returned from an injury on May 9th and came back better than before. He hit 12 homers with 25 RBI in 21 games and secured a .342 average. Judge's 6th Player of the Month award ties Alex Rodriguez for the most in Yankees history. The ex-Bulldog homered in 3 consecutive games from May 28th to the 30th. Ahead of the Yankees series against the Dodgers this weekend, Aaron Judge joined Mookie Betts on the On Base podcast to discuss his phone call with Hal Steinbrenner that finalized his return to the Yankees for good.
And he's like, what's it going to take? You know, I threw out some numbers. He's like, done deal. That's it. That's it. And I said, yeah. So he's like, all right, deal's done. And, oh, by the way, you know, Thurman Munson was my favorite player growing up as a kid. And, you know, he was a Yankees captain. And I want to make you the next Yankee captain, man. And, man, I was sitting there on speakerphone with my wife, and I got chills. I didn't know what to say. I felt like I didn't say anything for, like, 30 minutes. She's like, hit me, like, you got to say something, you know? So, you know, just hearing them say that, and then having the press conference in New York, you know, having Derek there, having Willie Randolph, you know, 2 former captains there as well. It was an incredible honor.
Meanwhile, our local minor league teams were in action tonight. The Fresno Grizzlies suffered a 2-1 loss on the road in San Jose, while the Rawhide handed the Storm a 12-8 loss. Visalia secured its 18th win of the year. The Hide are still in last place, though, in the South standings. To the NFL, another former Bulldog, Derek Carr, continues his first OTAs with the New Orleans Saints. Carr is meshing with a veteran group in the Big Easy, and head coach Dennis Allen is confident with where Derek's leading this offense so far. Allen shared that Derek is intelligent, and it's been easy for him to learn ahead of training camp.
You know, I know Derek's still, you know, in a learning process in terms of what we're doing, but he seems to be picking everything up pretty quickly, and you know, I think we do a pretty good job of, you know, getting the protection set right and identifying the mic and things of that nature. So I think it's been good.
And that's going to do it for sports tonight. Brian, back to you.
Angelique, thank you. Still to come here on Eyewitness News at 11, helping a hawk. A Highway Patrol comes to the rescue of an injured bird in the Bay Area.
The opportunity to make a difference doesn't always require a uniform. Be the vital link between the community and our officers as a CHP dispatcher. Make a positive difference in your community and apply now. Scan the code or visit chpbethevoice.com.
At Rally's, I'm in the driver's seat. Give me that $5 meal deal with a Rally Burger or a mushroom Swiss burger with fries, chicken bites, and a drink for just $5. Whatever you order, own it at Rally's. Get your late night flavor fix.
It's Pelican Pete's birthday bash, celebrating Island Water Park's 25th anniversary. And in honor, admission is only $25 all day Saturday, June 3rd. Just $25 for a day of Island Water Park fun in the sun, complete with entertainment, a variety of family activities, Polynesian dancers, and more. Topping it off with an awesome drone show. Celebrate Island Water Park's 25th anniversary with $25 admission all day Saturday, June 3rd.
I'm Dr. Roland at Innovative Medical Center. If you've been told that you needed surgery for a bulging or herniated disc, I need you to know there are other options.
Our holistic approach to treating pain means no pills and no downtime.
We've been helping patients for over 25 years with responsible pain management.
Our NDS, or no disc surgery, can help you avoid surgery.
After completing the treatment, I felt like I did years ago. My balance and range of motion and flexibility improved.
It's time to call Innovative Medical Center.
Home is many things. Home is a place to play, a place to raise a family, a place to relax. At Monarch, we focus on keeping your AC working so that you can focus on enjoying life. And right now, you could schedule a cooling tune-up so that your AC is ready for the summer. Monarch Home Services. Keep home comfortable.
Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias back on tour.
2 minutes after coming out of a Krispy Kreme drive-thru, I made a left turn instead of making a right turn, but I wasn't paying attention because I had a box, right? I was like, you're gonna get it when you get home. Sure enough, the officer is taking forever. I grabbed my box, I flipped it open. The officer gets to the window. You know why I stopped you? Because you can smell it.
Friday, July 7th, Eagle Mountain Casino. Tickets on sale now at EagleMTNCasino.com. 21 and over to attend.
Coming up Monday on Eyewitness News, a pop-up bunny cafe, but why some are not too happy about it.
And we have cooler temperatures than what we saw through the weekend. We'll talk more about what you can expect for the start of your work week.
Well, we end on this Friday night with this. In the Bay Area, a CHP officer in Dublin saved an injured hawk from a freeway. The hawk was named Highway. Highway is now recovering at the Alameda County Animal Shelter. On its Facebook page, the CHP says if the average career just won't do it, take a look at the CHP. You never know what you'll catch during a shift. And speaking of wildlife tonight, an exciting new addition to the Chaffee Zoo opens to the public tomorrow. Of course, we're talking about the Kingdoms of Asia. You can see tigers, Komodo dragons, and tropical birds, along with replicas of the ancient architecture of South Asia. You need a ticket ahead of time. That'll do it for this edition of Eyewitness News at 11. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is up next. Have a great weekend.
A Cuomo exclusive.
She said that she was done with JJ.
Convicted murderer Lori Vallow's ex-best friend joins Chris for her first live interview since the guilty verdict. Tonight on Cuomo, only on News Nation. No topic is off limits when Dan and his all-star panel get rolling.
He's the leading candidate for the Republican nomination. I know that offends you.
We care about marginalized groups. I'm sorry your party only wants to use them as props.
But tonight, only on Dan Abrams Live.
Big trucking companies have big teams of lawyers working against you. Well, you've got a team too.
The Dunyan team will make sure you don't get cheated.
Call 1-877-DUNYAN. DUNNION.
Hey, can I ask you something?
It's not about all the times your teen shuts you down. It's about the times they don't. Believe it or not, you're still their biggest influence. Having ongoing conversations with your teens about the risks of cannabis cuts their chance of future misuse.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I guess.
Ask questions.
How you been feeling?
And take time to listen to their experiences. Find more helpful tools at letstalkcannabis.cdph.ca.gov.
Stop right there. This week, the Denny's Super Slam is only $9.99. Hungry for all your breakfast favorites? When you want America's biggest breakfast for only $9.99 at Denny's,
It's diner time.
now open really late.
An Eye on Ag with Anthony Bailey, this week on Eyewitness News.
Standstill. A critical outage at the FAA this morning has thousands of passengers stranded. Airports impacted across the country.
The latest in a series of widespread meltdowns that have repeatedly in recent months left thousands of passengers stranded. At one point this morning, all commercial domestic departures were suspended.
Took a cab to JFK. Then computer outages caused indefinite delays. So I went to Cinnabon. New Year's resolution broken. Cinnabon. Sedated by the sticky buns. Comatose thanks to the
Cinnabon. Let the sweet darkness cover you.
It's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Turn all systems known. Plus, Stephen, welcome.
featuring Louis Cato and the Late Show Band. And now, live on tape from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City, it's Stephen Colbert.
Good. Dr. Glasses, thank you very much. Very nice. Very nice. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. There you go. Thanks, everybody. Very kind. Welcome, one and all. Oh, I don't want to get in your way. Go ahead. Welcome. Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Let me start out. Here's this question. Let's start this one simple. Anybody in from out of town here? I assume you drove here because this morning, an FAA computer glitch grounded all departing domestic flights across the country. Well, this is what happens when you run your entire aviation system off a Boingo hotspot. Says here I'm connected, but I can only go to delta.com.